talk permits. I know a lot of people that have gotten into this industry since the advent of technology, and you rely on technology to plan your routes, which is fine when technology works, but it doesn't always work. We all know about the AT&T outages. We've all known about the Verizon outages. Sprint, T-Mobile, they've all had their own outages. And when they're using towers, like maybe using a prepaid phone like Cricket or I don't know, something like that. Anyway, and they're using towers of another carrier, you'll have an outage too because their towers are down, so your tower's down. So you cannot access your stuff like Google Maps or Apple Maps or whatever mapping software you use. So you need another source. That source is the handy dandy Atlas. That's right. So you always want to compare your permits to this. That's right. Invaluable tool, and it's not expensive. And it's so important for a couple reasons. One, you want to make sure that your routes match. Why do I say that? Here's an example with my current trip from Montana to Florida. I'm coming down I-29, and because the CrowdStrike system crashed, it took 19 states oversized permit office offline. So when Missouri did not come back up in time to get me my permit by close of business Friday, so it's gonna be Monday now. So now I'm sitting in Iowa on I-29 at exit 10 at the Sapp Brothers waiting. So I know that I'm coming into Missouri on Interstate 29. Now I've got verbal confirmation on the phone that I only need a Missouri permit because I'm going into Arkansas next. Well, here's the problem. My Arkansas permit has me coming out of Oklahoma and I-40 East. Now, if you don't know the interstate system and how it works, you may not realize that that's a problem. When I started driving, we didn't have technology. We only had the Atlas. And so you had to learn where interstates and a lot of your U.S. highways enter and exited states. So I knew really quick, whoa, that's a problem. That's a big problem. But it was too late in the day to address the problem, right? So now permits may have done something different. Maybe they're sending me down to Kansas City, over to Kansas, Oklahoma, then into Missouri. Maybe they're sending me further down into Missouri, then to Oklahoma, then into Arkansas. Maybe they are sending me down 29 to 49 into Arkansas, which in case we need a new Arkansas permit. How did that mess up happen? It could be the person doing the permits got trucks mixed up and thought I was coming from somewhere else, right? And so they submitted the wrong route. Maybe Arkansas had a glitch in their system where maybe Arkansas inputted it wrong and made a typo. And instead of saying 49, entering on I-49 and exiting on US 82, they may just miss the 9 and hit the 0, right? It can happen. Or maybe because of the CrowdStrike system issue, or actually that wouldn't be a problem because I had my Arkansas permit before that happened. Or the office had it anyhow. So yeah, so you need to know that. You need to understand that. You need to know how to catch those mistakes. I have no problem using Google Maps. I use it. I zoom in on turns. I'll use it to zoom in on places because multiple roads might run together. In Oklahoma, you come up you come up US 69 and you get on I-40 West, and your permit will tell you it'll say 40 West for a little while, but then they'll give you a US route number that you pick up, and there's no exit for that route number. You just got to understand, and if you look at your Atlas won't tell you that the interstate and the US highway run together for a period of time. Google Maps will if you zoom in enough. And that will also help you take the right exit number, because the Oklahoma permit won't tell you what exit number to take. They'll just give you a route number to get off on. So that's why it's important. Utilize all the tools you have available to you. Atlas is not expensive, but it's a great backup if the system goes down and you cannot access a digital service like Google or Apple. And it's important to read your routes as you will run them, not as you get them, because if you don't know the U.S. highway system or the state highways or the interstates, you might miss that your permit routes don't match up from one state to the next. You might not realize that one state has you coming in here and the other state has you coming in over here. And you can't just make it up. Well, of course you can until you get caught. Or you run into something you can't fit through or fit under. And then you all wind up on Facebook or YouTube and they'll be like, okay, who did this? Yeah, right, we've all seen those. You don't want to be that guy. So, as I say, compare your routes on your permits and ask questions. And Facebook is probably not the best place to ask that question. No, it's not. I hate to tell you. But anyway, y'all be safe. Good luck.